Starting off with number 1 on the list is going to be the Kosatka submarine. Now you can purchase this for $2.2 million on the Warstock Cash and Carry website. So this is basically going to be your submarine where you're able to start the Cayo Perico heist. Now what is the Cayo Perico heist? This allows you to start a heist completely solo by completing a couple prep and setup missions, and then after you complete all of those, then you'll have access to do the Cayo Perico finale. And the Cayo Perico finale will allow you to make tons of money, especially if you're a beginner. You're going to be able to get rich from buying this. This is how I got rich back in the day when the Cayo Perico heist came out. I was grinding this all day, and back then they didn't even have a cooldown, so you could just repeat it back to back and earn tons of money. So even though this will set you back $2.2 million, you're definitely going to be able to make your return on your investment, because you can make between about $900 to $1.5 million per time you complete it. So unfortunately, there's going to be a 2 hours and 24 minute cooldown if you complete it solo. So that means you have to wait 144 minutes until you'll be able to start up the Cayo Perico heist again. But if you complete it with a friend, you'll only have to wait 48 minutes, which is literally nothing. So yeah, you can choose whether you want to complete it with a friend, but perhaps make less money, or you can do it solo and wait much longer, but make more money. But yeah, I highly recommend purchasing the Kosatka submarine because it can make you tons of money. Also, you'll want to purchase the Sparrow helicopter because this will allow you to do the Cayo Perico setups and prep missions much faster, and it'll be super easy to complete, because if you don't own the helicopter, then you're going to have to drive the submarine to the shore and then get out of it and then walk, which you don't want to do. So yeah, just purchase the Sparrow helicopter and then you'll be able to fly anywhere you want, so you can have easy access to the preps. Number 2 on the list is going to be the Oppressor Mark II. Now you can purchase this from $6 million to $8 million. Now of course, that is a ton of money in GTA Online. $8 million, that's a lot of money, because I remember back in the day, it used to cost somewhere around $2.9 million, which was relatively affordable back then. Now this vehicle is very good because number 1, it's very quick with a top speed of 130 miles per hour if you hold your handbrake button, because holding the handbrake button will allow you to go a little bit faster while you're flying. So yeah, you need to purchase this because you can this will simplify all of your grinding tasks a lot, because you can fly literally to any building whenever and however you want to do it. So you'll definitely need to look into purchasing the Oppressor Mark II because this will allow you to complete missions very easily, especially if you're trying to grind solo as a GTA Online player. This is going to be your best friend because you'll be able to fly on top of any building you want to and easily jump out of it. Compared to if you have a helicopter, it will take a little bit long to, go up in the sky. Yeah, but with the Oppressor Mark II, you'll be able to do it very quickly, and it's a very agile vehicle. So yeah. It also has the ability to add missiles to your Oppressor Mark II if you own the Terabyte and the Special Vehicle Workshop. Alright, moving on to the next vehicle on the list, we're going to be talking about the Nightshark. Now you can purchase this on Warstock Cash and Carry for $1.245 million, which is actually pretty affordable if you ask me. What is so special about this vehicle? Well, it can take 27 homing missiles, which is a lot of missiles. But yeah, this is a very heavily armored vehicle, because let's say if an oppressor is trying to agree for you, the Oppressor Mark II can only hold 25 missiles, and the Nightshark can take 27. So that means that the Oppressor Mark II won't be able to kill you because they won't have enough missiles to be able to do it. It's also pretty difficult to get shot out of it. Now obviously, if you're on controller and you're in an auto aim lobby, you're probably going to get shot out of it relatively easily, but against NPCs and PC and free aim lobbies, this is going to be a very good vehicle because it's going to be nearly impossible to even get shot out of it. It's also a pretty quick vehicle. It can go around 100 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for an SUV like this, considering it has armor protection also. Now, when you purchase the vehicle, it will not come armored, which means you'll have to go to the Ellis Customs shop and you'll have to go to the window plates option and add the window plates so that you won't be able to get shot out of it. Now, of course, the downside to adding these window plates is that you won't be able to use any weapons. You'll only be locked to the standard machine guns, which are pretty garbage inside of this vehicle. But if you remove the window plates, you'll have access to shoot all of your weapons that you'll normally be able to, use while you're inside of the car. You can also use sticky bombs and throwables while you're inside of this with the removed window plates. Now, this will also come in clutch when an oppressor is trying to attack you and you have sticky bombs. Just throw it at them and then you can immediately just blow them up. And it's also pretty fun to blow up these stupid oppressor griefers because they're clueless when they're trying to attack people like us in the Nightshark. Moving on to the fourth vehicle on this list is going to be the Raiju F-160. Now, this vehicle is going to cost you $6.85 million, which is a ton of money. But if you complete a certain mission, you'll be able to purchase the trade price for $5.14 million, which is still a ton of money. Now, why is this vehicle very good? This vehicle can fly at a top speed of 232 miles per hour, which is currently the fastest vehicle in the whole entire game. Not only is it the fastest jet/plane in the whole game, this is the best vehicle for traveling long distances around the map. It can also take 3 homing missiles to be destroyed, which is not bad, better than nothing. Now here's another special thing about this vehicle. If you click the right D-pad button, you'll be able to go stealth mode. So that means that people will not be able to see you while you're flying this while you're on the map. Now the downside to this is, of course, you won't be able to use your weapons while you are currently in stealth mode. But yeah, this is very good if you're trying to hide off the map or hide off the radar so that people don't attack you. It also comes with homing missiles and explosive machine guns. Now the explosive machine guns are pretty decent. Of course, they're not as overpowered as the, laser cannons were back then, but they're still pretty good if you want to take out some NPCs. Another feature about this plane is that it can hover in the sky, which is also pretty cool because this allows you to easily land and take off whenever you want to, and you won't have to deal with randomly crashing a plane because you don't have enough time to go up in the sky. So yeah, just hold the left stick button if you're on controller and you'll be able to enter the hover mode. The next type of vehicle that we're going to be talking about are the Imani tech vehicles. Now, another example of this vehicle will be the Ocelot Virtue. Now, this is a very good vehicle. It's also a supercar that is armored. Now, this vehicle can take somewhere around 12 missiles with the Imani tech upgrades. It can also take 12 RPGs and 28 explosive rounds from a heavy sniper, which is very, very powerful. Now, this vehicle has a top speed of 120 miles per hour, which is not, super duper quick, but it has very good acceleration as it can go, 0 to 60 super fast. Now you can purchase this vehicle for $2.9 million, so very, very close to $3 million, which is pretty expensive, especially since you'll have to upgrade it, which would cost a ton of money. Now there are 2 features that you can add. You can add the remote controlled vehicle, which is basically the RC car. Now this will allow you to control your vehicle from your RC menu. Now the other feature that is the best one in my opinion is the missile lock-on jammer. Now this prevents people from being able to lock onto you with homing missiles, so you can finally drive around in GTA Online freely without having to worry about stupid oppressor griefers trying to attack you. But yeah, if they try to attack you, it's not going to work because they won't be able to lock onto you. But yeah, if you play in a public session or play with friends a lot, I highly recommend getting an Imani tech vehicle because these vehicles are very, very overpowered. The next vehicle we're going to talk about is the armored Kuruma. Now you can purchase this vehicle for around 700k, but if you unlock the trade price, you'll be able to purchase it for 525k. Now this vehicle has a top speed of 110 miles per hour, which is not bad for a vehicle like this. Now this is another one of those very strong bulletproof vehicles. Now of course it can only take 1 missile, but it has very, very good bulletproof armor because it's very difficult to get shot out of it, especially when you're doing missions. This is going to be probably the best vehicles that you're going to be able to use for missions. So it's bulletproof from the front, the side, and the rear. So it also has bullet resistant windows from all sides, meaning people can shoot a ton of rounds into your car without even being able to actually shoot at you. But yeah, this is a very good, very affordable car, especially if you're a beginner, since you can purchase it for as low as 500k. So yeah, I highly recommend purchasing this vehicle because this will be one of the best vehicles that you'll be able to use in the missions that you'll be completing in GTA Online. The next thing on this list that we're going to talk about is the agency. Now you can purchase this for as low as $2 million. Now this is another business that you'll be able to make your return on investment pretty quickly. This gives you the ability to start the Dr. Dre contract, which will allow you to make $1 million every single time. Now it takes quite a while to complete, around 1 hour and 30 minutes to close to 2 hours. If you are an advanced player, you'll be able to complete it quicker than that. So this property allows you to store 20 vehicles, which is pretty good for, a business like this. Now, if you purchase the armory upgrade, you'll be able to actually customize and purchase different type of weapons. So it's basically just a weapon workshop inside of your agency. Now, the good thing about this, in my opinion, is that you're able to buy some body armor. So this allows you to get the super heavy armor and the heavy armor. So instead of always going back to the gun store to purchase armor, you can purchase it from right here, which makes it very convenient. You can also upgrade your Mark II weapons and add explosive ammo, fire resistant ammo, whatever ammo you want to add. There's also a gun locker inside. Now this is very good because this will allow you to clean up your weapon wheel so you won't have a ton of junk inside of the weapon wheel. But yeah, this is definitely one of the businesses that you'll be able to make your return on investment very fast. The next vehicle we're going to talk about is the Vigilante. Now this is based off the Batmobile. Now this vehicle was added during the Smuggler's Run update on October 27, 2017, which is a long time ago. But yeah, the special thing about this vehicle is that it includes a rocket boost. So this is very good because this allows you to go super duper fast. I believe it has the top speed of somewhere close to 150 miles per hour with using the boost upgrade, of course. But yeah, the boost upgrade recharges every couple of seconds and you can use it by clicking, I believe, the left stick on controller. But yeah, this will allow you to go super duper fast and it's very good for driving around the city to get from point A to point B. Now you can purchase this for $3.75 million. Now this vehicle has the ability to add homing missiles, which are very good because these missiles are kind of similar to the Scramjet, Deluxo, and Ruiner 2000 missiles. Like these missiles are very good at hitting the target. The problem is these missiles are very low to the ground, so you could sometimes blow yourself up on accident without even noticing. Now you are completely bulletproof from the back, so no one is able to shoot you from the rear, which is a pretty good addition to this vehicle. Another great thing about this vehicle is that there are some missions that you're able to use this vehicle. You know how like most missions you're unable to use your Oppressor Mark II, your Toreador? Yeah, well for this vehicle you're actually able to use it on some of those missions, such as the Dr. Dre contract. Unfortunately, this vehicle can only take one missile. So yeah, even though it looks like it's armored, it's really not. It doesn't stand a chance in the PvP battle if the opposing player has homing missiles enabled. Another cool thing about this vehicle, in my opinion, is that once you enable your headlights, they can actually pop up and pop down, which is pretty cool in my opinion. The next business we're going to talk about is the Nightclub. Now this is a very good way to make some passive money. You can purchase this business for as low as $1,080,000 to about $1.7 million. I highly recommend you don't purchase the cheapest business because that one sucks. The location is very bad. I highly recommend purchasing some of the ones that are closer up north. But yeah, the way this business works is all of your other businesses that you own in GTA Online, such as your MC businesses, your CEO businesses, and all the other ones, that you're able to accrue cargo with them. Now, only buy this business if you have basically every single business in the game. If you're a beginner and you don't have many businesses, do not purchase this because it won't make you any money. The way this works is your warehouse technicians will accrue all the cargo for you, which means you do not have to put in any work other than when you want to sell it, which is very good. That's why I said this is a very good way to earn passive money. So you can earn up to, I believe, $1.8 million if you have a full nightclub, which is very good. The only work that you have to do is when you want to sell it. You don't have to do any supply runs or purchase supplies. You don't have to do anything. Now the downside to this is that it can take around 66 hours for a full nightclub, which is a very long time. So yeah, this is definitely not a get rich quick method. This is definitely a method where you're gonna have to wait for it to build up in the background. The last vehicle we're going to talk about on this list is the Pegasi Toreador. Now you can purchase this for $4.25 million, which is a lot of money. This vehicle has a top speed of 135 miles with the speed boost, I believe. I forgot to mention, this vehicle has a rocket boost, similar to the Vigilante, except this one is much quicker, in my opinion. Now at first glance, you may think this is a basic vehicle, but it can actually convert into a submarine by holding the right D-pad if you're on controller. Now this allows you to go underwater, which is very fast, especially since the speed boost can regenerate pretty quickly. Another thing about this vehicle is that it has infinite missiles. That means you don't have to constantly recall your mechanic just to request your vehicle since you ran out of missiles. Another thing about this vehicle is that if people are watching you from the map, it will have a standard icon. So basically it will just have the white circle icon. Now why does this matter? Well, you can sneak up on players and they won't know what vehicle you're in. They're going to think that you're in a regular car or just on foot. So you can gain a very good advantage by doing that. Now, if you have 100% armor on your Toreador, you're able to take 6 missiles, which is pretty good considering this has unlimited missiles. But yeah, you can't really complain about that. But yeah, I definitely recommend purchasing this vehicle because it is very much worth it. It's also a 4-seater, so whenever you're doing missions, you can get all of your friends in the back and you'll be able to all travel together without needing to take different cars. And you can end up all getting to the same place at one point. Consider checking out this video on your screen.